Apologies in advance, guys, these cicadas just will not let up, but this is one of my favorite blasters recently, the new Alpha Trooper in the orange lineup that's definitely getting EAT performance with EAT internals. Now, what's this? We've had a ton of fun doing some stuff with the BlasterParts.de, or the German company making Nerf third-party stuff recently. This clip is theirs, or Clipazine, or magazine, call it whatever you want, I don't care, fight about it in the comments. But this is theirs, it's an excellent product. Their Hammer Shot kit is flawless, I'm in love with it. And this is their Elite Alpha Trooper kit, which has something that none of the other ones do. This is a slightly thicker priming bar to allow for, I guess, priming not only under duress, but also just a stronger, easier prime. This is a new spring, I want to say, taking it up to, I'll check the kilograms on the spring, maybe it's in here. And then of course this is a solid piece of, maybe Delrin, but possibly plastic, specifically designed to fit in here and make your smooth chambering. The Oz Nerf Nerd kit, now Hobby Mods, does something very similar to that, and it works marvelously. So this is a thicker, longer version of that, which should be just as smooth, if not better. And then here is an upgraded catch spring, only one. Of note that Orange Modworks sends you a spare, don't lose this one. And then this is just a kit telling us that it is in fact a 7 to 8 kilogram spring. Should be upgrading your ranges. Very, very cool. Equivalent mass of spring is 7 to 8 kilograms. Approximate ranges should be 25 to 35 meters. Can't wait to get this installed. I'll show you the installation of the parts, what we take out, what it looks like with it in, and then we'll do a firing demo because this is good stuff. Okay, so we're trying to do this install with minimal amounts of taking the blaster apart for a very specific reason. One, the Singapore style EAT was chambering very smoothly before, and then two, take a look at this grease. Whatever they're installing in the factory for this model of EAT, this grease is phenomenal stuff. It's way better than like silicone grease or lithium grease. It's some sort of strange grease. It reminds me a lot of the stuff that Remedy Metal was using back when he was in business, and that was some really great stuff. So coming in, we're going to be replacing this with this. You can see how it's at least a gauge thicker and much, much stiffer, so that should be very cool. So that's going to be as simple as popping this screw off, seating this, and putting that back into place. Now this piece here has a reamed out ramp, so you're going to come in, I'll hold those two screws in place, and then slide that into place there. That seems A-OK, perfectly where we want it to be, and that just aligns the new, more powerful spring. This is a pretty tough spring as compared to the stock spring, so we should be getting a noticeable power bump. I've already popped out the one lock that I want to remove from this, so I think that that's going to be great, and I think that covers everything. I'm going to go ahead and put all the stuff back in it and together, and I'll show you one last look at the internals before I seal it up. Just wanted to make a quick segment showing all of the internals installed. I did find one interesting thing. This is the replacement catch spring. This is the stock catch spring. The stock catch spring proved to be a little bit tougher in this particular model of EAT than the replacement catch spring, so I'm going to try it first. If there's something that I'm missing there, I'll let you guys know in the final firing demo that I swapped it back, but this is ready to close up and test. Alright guys, so I wasn't anticipating that this video would get sentimental, but it did, and because I was very surprised by something. So those who have been watching for a long time will recognize this. This is originally the Death Dealer CS Infinity 1.0, back when it was just an Alpha Trooper with an Orange Modworks kit. Then I moved to a 2.0, which was an EAT that had a standard Orange Modworks kit and a few other tweaks, and then I made this. This is the 3.0. It is a hybrid of the 1.0 shell and then another Elite Alpha Trooper to make, and you can kind of see the blue Elite back end here, a fusion of the two. So this has Elite internals inside an old school Alpha Trooper shell. Now the reason that I'm so sentimental about these is because I got my nerfing start as a Humans vs. Zombies player. I've probably logged more games of HVZ than any other singular person out there, which isn't to say that I'm a good Humans vs. Zombies player in the slightest. It's just I've been afforded the privilege of being invited to many different games because of the reach that my YouTube channel has. So I am very reliant on my Death Dealer line, and it is finally time to give this old friend a long rest. I will hang it up on my wall because I am now going to be using this. This is the Blaster Parts DE kit. I've decided to give it the Death Dealer title exclusively because it's just performing marvelously. The performance is on par, it's sweet, it hits hard, it's very accurate, and the reliability is such that I've put a few clips through it so far. I can't wait to get some actual missions in with it, but it hasn't done anything that I didn't want it to do intuitively. I also kind of love that you can see the black piece of, I want to call it Delrin, through the back end here, and you can feel the air come back through as it whooshes through the system. Very smooth, very quiet, very compact, just a very nice kit, well tuned, and the Gear Up Raider stock matches, which is tough to beat. I also love that you can extend it by spinning, so you can do that number. I think that that's really, really cool. Everything is performing very nicely. Going to go ahead and throw this home. Oh no, we're down to tracer rounds. So that is the Death Dealer CS Infinity 4.0. It is my full review of the Blaster Parts DE Elite Alpha Trooper kit, which I couldn't recommend highly enough. It's very, very smooth. It takes the best of a lot of different kits and then leaves out some things that have caused problems in the past. I really like that it isn't using a metal catch. I know that's crazy, but I've never had a problem with a stock catch breaking, so even though Orange ModWorks machine's a very nice metal catch, sometimes that grinds on non-metal parts and creates issues in the slam fire mechanism. This doesn't have that issue. The spring is powerful. It works with not only the stock spring in this model, but I'm sure it would also work in the original, and then it takes the best thing that the Hobby Mods kit has, which is the alignment plate for the spring to make a really smooth draw, and does that very nicely with this Delrin rod so that it's a very smooth prime. And then in addition to that thicker bar for the priming up here is just awesome. It gives you a very smooth, very crisp prime back and forward. It's not moving, there's no wobble to it, and it's tight up here, so there's no fickleness to it. If you're slam firing, you don't have to worry about if you went all the way forward, you never get that half prime jam dealio. So it's very, very nice. I like it an awful lot. The only thing that I might do to this is get one of the Hobby Mods extenders in black and add that on before I add back on this. So I think that it's an absolutely very sweet primary, and it's just a really nice kit. If you haven't taken a look yet at the German site, this is 3 hits in a row for them. That's this magazine, their Hammershot kit, and this EAT kit. I think that there's a new kit on the block, and they're doing really, really good work. So tough to beat that. That's my endorsement. They don't pay me to say that. I just thought that you guys should know, as viewers of my channel, that I'm a big believer in this company now, because they've hit all 3 of the products that I've been sent out of the park. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is just a product review, but it's a little bit more than that to me. I'll see you guys soon.